So I've got my drawing table set up a little bit different now. I've got it up a little bit higher so it's easier for me to use. I want to point out a few things to people about what I'm doing and how I'm grabbing this imagery from the moon now. This camera that I'm on really sucks, but I'm still using it. Fuck it. I mean, it's not like, what do I got? 11 subscribers and maybe like 3 of them actually watch my video, so it's not really any big fucking deal for me to be that worried about a little bit of camera fuzz. Anyways, what I did on this side, because I ran out of ink, so I only did 15 stages, but I did the moon in different stages. So if I turned it, the idea was to do a tiny little turn to get to 24 of them for a 24-hour day is what I was aiming for, but then I ran out of ink again, and I'm spending too much money on ink again for something that nobody's even paying attention to anyway. Nobody gives a fuck about what I'm doing. I'm just hoping that someday maybe somebody will wake up and go look for themselves. I don't know. But what I'm doing is I'm putting all these at different stages. So I started out, now I only get it from a little bit before here actually. I got it a little bit late for my view. Could have went back a little bit. But when I first see it in my east, I'm seeing it around this area for these first 3. Back a little bit. And in other words, every little turn is going to make a difference depending on where you're standing. And where I got you aimed at right now is probably about where I'm looking at it from in my Massachusetts view. But if I was to go to Brazil, let's say, for example, I would be looking at that same one from this view. So that's why I'm saying to people that I'm going to bring you in on different angles. Now, this is the view from Brazil, but it depends on where in Brazil you're standing and what position this moon is in, because it goes clockwise. And that's why I keep saying clockwise position, clockwise rotation. It rotates clockwise through our sky in the veil. The moon does. So it keeps going around clockwise. So that's what I did here. So the first one, second one, third one, see, I got them all set up a little bit. And I didn't measure. I didn't do any measuring. I'm just trying to show you that the different angles, and depending on what part of the rotation the moon is in, is going to affect what imagery that you're seeing. That's why doing 360s on the camera was such a good thing. Before I start going in on the moon, I just want to show you, this is really simple. This is cheap shit, man. I mean, I got a couple storm windows that I ripped out of the house. It was summertime anyway. I don't need them. I'm throwing different light bulbs in here so that I can work with different lights. So it's just at my discretion if I want to turn lights on, shut lights off. And I've been fucking with things, and I'm playing with different stuff to show me that the light coming from behind the moon is evident. It's just obvious now. It's provable. It's provable. Visually provable. So what I can easily start doing is I can start going in on these and start showing you the imagery. And start pulling this imagery in for you. I can turn some light on behind me, 2700K, if I want to put some sunshine on it, or imitate the sunshine. I could also show you how these images all change up as I shut on and off lights. And angles and everything else. And what's nice is I can go from one to the other. Now this is probably going to be about just me fucking around. I'm only going to do it till I get bored. But we're looking at, what, 40 hours, maybe 100 hours worth of videos, easy. Easy, and I haven't even got 24 hours here. I've only got 15 hours. And that, you got to remember, this thing's rotating as it goes. So it doesn't go 1 hour, click, 2 hours, click, 3 hours, click. No. It's slowly turning clockwise. So really, 24 hours is, really not quite it either. And then you got to remember where you're, depending on where you're standing on this earth, is going to make a difference in how you're seeing the imagery, how you're seeing the moon. All of these things are really, really huge. I should turn the stereo down. Hold on. Okay, so the important thing I want to explain to you is this, okay? This is what really gets me and what you really should pay attention to as you're doing this. And anybody can do this. So that's why I'm recommending that you go do it. Not only digitally on the computer like I've been doing for the last 6 months, but now bring it to paper, because here's what the paper confirms to me a couple other things. Number one, it takes a few things. It gets rid of the digital fuckery idea, okay? I was trying to give you other ways to doing that. Anybody that was coming to my videos, I was trying to give you ways to get rid of that digital fuckery. I'm tempted to go mess with a couple more lights, but it's alright, I'll wait. Now, the other thing is, think about what we're looking at here on paper. It's thin paper. I keep pointing this out. Ink. Just ink. It's ink on paper, okay? So thin. So thin. Alright, now thinking of that, and as you're moving your camera around on these and looking around, think about how every movement of your camera like this is casting shadows in another different way from the ink, from a thin layer of ink. I mean, thin paper, okay? And yet you move your camera to here and you get different imagery and more clearly. Now, the imagery is not unlimited. There's no such thing as infinity. Infinite is a man-made bullshit story, just like the zero is. There's no such thing. These are countable. I can get every angle and every image out of these, and what we call reverse side. The system doesn't see any forward, reverse, up, down, left, right. The system doesn't see that. That's why I'm saying there's so much evidence here for us just in doing these simple experiments. And you can see this for yourself. You don't have to take nobody's word for it. It's not going to NASA to get permission to go to the fucking moon. It's all bullshit. So what I'm trying to point out to you is that if the thin ink and thin paper can change our perception of these images from the ground, like I'm doing here, just like I'm doing on these pictures right now, then it makes it much more easy to understand what that area that we call the moon really is. That little area of light in the going around in the sky. I mean, people have such a fucking long way to go before they understand all this. It's amazing to me how bad off we are, and nobody will wake up. No one wants to wake up. Everybody wants to just stay in their fucking coma-ridden lives, and I don't get it. I don't get it. You have the truth right here for you to see, to go see it, and you're refusing it. So I'm noticing a lot of shit. I'm learning a lot of things. Now, mind you, I got tape holding these on, so if you see any tape areas or whatever, you're going to have to, next time I do this, I'll do a better job with my tape and everything. But I just wanted to get going on this. So I can start doing this. Like over here, you know, this is, again, I can go like this. We can take this step by step, and I can show you, stay in this area, give you all these images. Now, there are thousands of them in here, so I can keep going in deeper. I can change up my angles. I can go like this, go like that. I can hold my camera steady, because right now I'm running it in my hand, so it's going to be all over the place. I can start pointing back here and show you the images that are behind. So like there's an image here, but there's another one peeking from behind. But then when we go to another angle, I'll be able to bring you them images more clearly. I can give you that skull that I was talking about sitting down with his arms and legs, right? I can try to get him for you real good. Let's see. Okay. There's an angle with him, or her, whatever, that's really good. And I've got it on video a couple times, but I mean, this is pretty close right there. What I'm looking at is the legs right here coming down, his arms. I can get his, actually, I can get this even better than this. I just have to change up my light. Hold on. Yeah, I'd have to throw the light on and a couple of the lights on, and I know I can get him even better. But again, staying in this area, I can go from image to image, because now we'll go to the next one. This is that same exact area. So you'll maybe see some familiar looking things, but you'll notice that others things will start to change up. And this is only 1 hour. Not even really. I mean, like I said, I guesstimated my changes. But yeah, this is a lot of fun. I'm still working on how I can get this onto a tripod so I don't have to hold it in my hand. Because doing 40 to 60 hours with a video holding this fucking thing shaking around like this is going to suck. It's fun for me to do on my own because I can do it for 5 to 10 minutes at a time and find things and look around. But in order to get anybody else to see it, I'm going to have to figure out a way to hold this in my hand a little better. Again, notice how I have this glass tilted. See where I have it tilted? See the angle I have it on? And I'm looking at it straight on this way, so that's quite an angle. Now that's opposite the angle that I would be seeing it in my sky. So if I want my angle that I would see it from where I am in Massachusetts, I'd be looking at it like this. Well, let's see. Somewhere, depending on the season, wherever the moon is riding, somewhere around here to here, depending on the season. But in order for me to be seeing it from this angle, where I get the imagery the most crisp imagery and the most clear, believe it or not, is riding the Vale. You'd have to be on the riding that South Rail Vale. That's what you'd have to be doing in order to see the imagery the most crisp. Gives me curiosity on that. Is that another one of the reasons why we're not allowed to go that far south? Is that the Antarctic Treaty? Is that part of the purpose? Because I don't know. I mean, I doubt it because everybody seems so fucking dumb. Everybody's like zombies, man. You talk to people about this shit and they're just fucking bleh. My job, my car, my fucking girlfriend, my boyfriend, my whatever. Everybody's fucking zombie. So I highly doubt that it's that reason, but who knows? Maybe when the Antarctic Treaty was started, maybe people would have been a little smarter back then. They would have realized it. So I'm going to mess with my lights. I'm going to turn another light on in the back. I'm just going picture to picture right here to show you. But I mean, I could get this so much more clear. So here's the other one that I was drawing last week that I traced out. And I'll see if I can pull her in later, if I can get her. She's right here standing. That's her face right here, big shoulders. But she's got breasts as well. And she comes all the way down, and her legs come all the way down. I'll see if I can get her in better for you on the next couple. But again, I got a lot of light coming in from my windows because I was going to do this last night, and I was just disgusted and discouraged by everybody's reaction to all this, which is pretty much zero. There is no fucking reaction. Everybody's just fucking sad, man. It's sad. So many space balls out there. Everybody thinks they're in outer space. Yeah, see, I go to the darker side of the window over here, the darker side of the glass. Oh, I probably got that bulb a little too close, too. Okay, what I'm going to do is I just moved my lighting around a little bit, brought it down a little lower. It was riding a little high. And it doesn't matter, just going to change up imagery for me. I can certainly put it up higher, lower, whatever. And I can shut off the blue and the green and just have the red. I can shut the 2600K off in the ceiling because this is actually acting like a sun for me, and I got light coming in through there. I did this last night in the dark, and it works good. I'm going to put a red filter on and just look around. It's already at 14 minutes, so trying to stick to my 20-minute videos. I'll just do a few of these. So I'm just gonna go around a little bit, bop around a little bit on the moon, and bring you into some of the imagery. And I'll try to go slow. I'll point out it's the same shit I've been showing you on the computer for 6 months, or more than 6 months, 7 months now. I'm just going to bring you around a little bit and you just look around. Next one, I just went from that one. I'm going to go to this one. I'm just going fast. I'm not going to stay on. I'm just trying to show you how 1 hour of clockwise rotation. I'll lock the door. I will lock the door. I will lock the door. Hold on, I gotta go lock the fucking door. Okay. Yeah, so doing these on paper like this, I'm going to go to the third one now. The third hour. And I'm keeping it straight. I'm not angling. I'm not, because I'm doing that with the paper. I'm doing all that with the paper now. So same moon, different imagery, pops out at you for every tiny little fucking turn. And as I've been explaining in the last few videos, many videos actually, on the computer, everyone's telling me it's digital fuckery. You know, it's the computer. No, it's not. You can see the pixels. The pixels are square. You can determine which are which. So I explained that in several videos. People come to these videos, and then what, I got to explain it all over again? No, go watch my other videos. Just go watch them. Even if you don't like the way that I swear, you don't like the tone of my voice, you don't like the music that I play, that's not about any of that. This is about you being able to learn something that you can go do for yourselves, so you can see shit for yourself. It's not entertainment. The entertainment, days of entertainment, you want fucking entertainment, man, turn on any other fucking channel and you'll be entertained. That's not what this is about. The entertainment's over for me. I don't want to be fucking entertained anymore. I want to know what the fuck is going on. So you'll notice all these images as you turn this moon are changing. Now I'm staying away from the Sea of Tranquility. I could certainly be going in there. That'll be for future videos. I can go in all over the fucking place. Let's go on to number 4 because I'm already at 18 minutes. You can already see this video is going to be going over. Now what I should do is start you out here and then slowly go in. And I should give you time. I should give you a minute or so, you know, for your eyes to adjust to this at every turn. Fucking bitch. Anyways, so then I can go in on those same areas that I was just going in on. Now it's all different imagery. It turns, it's not, imagery's not changing. It's the system. It's the electromagnetic nanocarbon system, and they want you to see it. You've lost contrast in your eyes. You probably lost, not probably, we definitely lost some other contrast in the sky, the moon, the clouds themselves. The coloration, it's almost like it's all purposely whitewashed. Kind of like the dude did in that art, the one that's been patented. Because somebody patented all these images. I've been so fucking busy, I haven't even gotten to look who's... I should bust his balls. I should make a video dedication to him, but I don't think he has enough... I'll have to see who he is. I'll have to find out who it is. If it's somebody big and they're worth doing a series to, then fine. But the whole point of doing the series, to me, is because I'm one little schmuck who has no subscribers. Nobody's watching my channel. Nobody's watching the shit. And then even if they do, they want entertainment. They don't want to go out and do this for themselves and start a channel and show everybody this as well. That's not what anybody's doing. What they're doing is they come, they mock and ridicule, and that's about it. And then they move on. yeah, nice videos, and then they move on. So what I'm doing is I'm calling out all the scum. So if I think that you, especially if I like you, and I liked you at some time in my life, and you are a YouTuber, or anybody, don't even have to be YouTubers, because I'm going to call out other people too. I'm going to move my way to mainstream. I just so despise anybody mainstream. That's why I don't go for them, like Joe Rogan, or even like even if they're not mainstream and they're working their way towards mainstream and they're obvious scum, like the Potato Group, all the Potato Group and the Moon people and all them. I know their names. I'm not even going to say the name of their fucking channels. They're all scum, and the Russian vids and all those guys that all hang with those guys. Those are all fucking lying motherfuckers. So I don't want to be bothered with those people. I'm already down to number 7, 8, I think, or whatever. I'm still talking about it. Now I'm on 8. Now I'm on 8. And you'll see that as I'm going along, you're going to see the imagery. I'm only giving you the outside imagery. I'm not really zooming in anywhere yet. I'm just kind of staying on the outside to show you that even the outside imagery is changing from one moon to the next. Watch again as I go around. But yeah, if this guy that did the artwork and patented these images on the moon, which I also have information on that as well. I'm already at 21 minutes, so I don't want to drag this out too long. I'll try to make it through these 15 pictures real quick, and then I'll go on to doing another one. Now, I can change this by doing this, okay? Because if I was standing over here looking at the moon and it's already over that way, I'd be seeing it that way. Then I could also change it to do this and see it from over here at this angle, okay? This is what happens everywhere. Now, again, I'll point out, think about what we're looking at here. This is a thin ink piece of paper with ink on it, and that is able to cast these kind of shadows to change the imagery so drastically. Okay, so in other words, don't be surprised when you look up in the sky and see this moon riding in the veil and changing imagery like this. Don't be surprised, because you can see it for yourself happen right here on paper. So you don't have to be thinking it's some big ball in the vast of outer space that bounced into the earth some fucking billions of years ago. And it's all bullshit, people. It's all lies. It's all, the whole heliocentric fucking nonsense is all garbage. Yes, I know everybody's living by that. I know the teachers are teaching you this in school. I know you're going to be laughed and ridiculed when you go against it. That's why I'm suggesting to you, go get the evidence for yourself. Believe in yourself. Stop believing everyone else. They are all liars. And I mean everyone. I mean your parents, your wife, your husband, your children. They're all fucking liars. They're caught up in a system full of fucking lies. Everything they've ever heard has been a lie, and everything that comes out of their mouth is a fucking lie. And they enjoy it. They revel in the fucking lies. They're lying motherfuckers. I don't want to be involved. I don't want to be bothered with your lies anymore. So go see it for yourself. Go get your own truth. See it for yourself. And then when you know the truth, share it. Who gives a fuck what they call you? Who cares what they tell you? I don't even remember what the fuck I was talking about now. That's why I didn't do these last night, too, because I was in a pissy mood. Again, because just surrounded by fucking liars, so then you start talking to people about shit. You're just so full of shit, man. So full of shit. Going down here, the last one. Now we're getting over to the Disney characters where I've been showing you online for, on the computer, I should say, in a digital form. All of these, while it's rolling by, I got the moon, I'm doing videos with the moon, and as it's rolling by, I'm pointing this shit out to you guys, and nobody's looking. Nobody wants to know. Don't tell me these things. I'm going to fucking Saturn tomorrow. We're going to Mars. I don't want to know about this other shit that you're talking about, this reality thing. No, thank you. No, thank you. No reality for us. You know, so I'm going to go through all these with every filter. I'll get my board a little bit better every time that I'm doing this. The board will get a little bit better. Oh, I was talking about the scumbag who actually patented all this. I'll say that before I'm done, because I'm almost on my last picture here anyway. Um, okay, so from what I can see so far, what he's got patented, I'll go in and I'll find out who this prick is. He's probably going to be hidden. He's probably going to be hidden. He's probably, whoever it is probably like the Rockefellers or somebody, like I keep saying. Probably is. Um, so the imagery that he has patented, like, let's use this image here for a minute as an example. Let's find her in a good spot. Right here. Where's my fucking finger? Come on. Okay. Alright, so we'll use her as an example, okay? Now, he don't even have her real good in one position. Am I getting a light bulb back there? Yeah. But what I can do is, I can get you in on her at least 20, 25 different ways. Forward, reverse, what we call forward and reverse anyway. The system don't see it that way, but I can bring you in on her a lot better than he does. Now, if he's only given you in that artwork of his, one, and he colors it in as one fucking image, and he does a lousy job. That artwork, I'm gonna go back and rank the shit out of that real bad in the next few days as well. Whenever I get a chance, I'll go in and rank them out again real bad, because, I mean, they suck, man. They really suck. Because what he's doing is whitewashing it. He's whitewashing it. He's giving you one image, and it's one of the sloppiest ones, and he's sloppily whitewashing everything. And it's unnecessary. There are thousands of images in here, hundreds of thousands of images in the moon total. I would say maybe even possibly millions of images total. But it's not infinite. There is a countable number of imagery in the moon. So, I mean, you can certainly go and look at it all yourself. No one's hiding it from you. They distract you from it. They'll lie to you, and you'll go ahead and pass on those lies and continue the lies for them. That's the system showing you how it works. It shows itself. But unfortunately, no one wants to look. I'll try to do another video. It's already at 28 minutes. So again, we're just looking at moon pictures that I printed up on white thin paper, and I put them about less than an hour away from each other on the turn, because the moon turns in a clockwise rotation in our sky. So that's all I did. I have enough room where I can do this the whole 24 hours of what we call 24-hour day. By doing this, I got some really interesting thoughts about time itself. This is going to be some shit involved with this. First things first, go see it first. You have to at least know the system and understand it, and it's there for you to see it. Everything's there. The imagery tells us so much. We can date things with the imagery. We can... because feline, canine, ape, rodent, human, and beast are the prevalent images over and over and over again. Anytime anyone's seeing a bird or a giraffe or a kangaroo, I'd like to fucking see what you're calling these things. But no. In order to see anything like that, I would have to guess that the sound resonance would have to be changed, or it would have to be human construct again. Human construct would have to do that. Now, Aging it, not hard to do. We got rocks and stones around that have been around for a long, long time. I have no problem with going in on them, and I'm going to over the next few weeks, whatever. It's a lot of work for one person, especially when you're beating your fucking head against the ground because nobody wants to look. Nobody else really wants to look. So it's like force feeding them, and then you can't be angry about it. Just, bother myself for what, just to, so fuck. So I'll just keep doing it, and I'll keep finding my own sarcastic, fun ways of laughing at all the zombies and saying, what a bunch of fucking zombie morons. And that's the best I can do with it. Otherwise, I'd be aggravated all the time and pissed off. So I have to laugh about it. I have to mock back. I have to mock people back and say, fuck you, you fucking moron. Go and fucking look for yourself. And then when you see it, then you come back and tell me all your bullshit stories about outer space and you're going to Mars and Trump's fucking doing this, and as if anything political is actually real. It's anything more than a fucking show. I mean, so many people, it's still with the politics and shit too, Oh, we might be going to fucking war. Going. Get the fuck out of here, man. It's all a show. It's all a charade. Everything. Everything. All to distract you from what I'm showing you here. For what you could be seeing with your own eyes. You could be going outside on your front fucking lawn, looking around. This imagery is everywhere. It's in the trees, it's in the grass, it's in the smoke, it's in the steam, it's in the ice, it's in the snow, it's in the clouds, it's in the fucking moon, it's in the veil. It's all around you for you to see, but you refuse to see it. You still keep refusing to look. It's amazing to me. Amazing. Not that it's here. I've already adjusted to that. I already adjusted that the truth's all here now. We can start going and looking into it. What gets me is that everybody will fucking deny it. And they'll turn on Judge Judy or whatever fucking show programming they want to watch. And it's all about that, Oh, no, you don't know, man. Fucking Trump just fucking made a new law, signed an executive order. We're done here and yet. It's all bullshit, people. It's all bullshit. And it doesn't mean you got to go to war to do it. No, you just snap out of it. Just wake up, right? Wake up. There you go. And that's it. It's that easy. Just wake up. You wake up, we stop living our lives by the lies, and we start looking into reality. We take this technology back. We had it at one time, obviously. We obviously had it at one time if people, human beings, are still on this earth controlling it. Because they know everything that I'm telling you now. They already have known this all along, and that's their little secret. That's their little secret. We don't tell nobody. And then they surrounded by lies and distractions. Everything. I learned a couple years ago that particle standard model was bullshit. And the reason I learned that particle standard model was bullshit was because as you started looking into it, you realized that they've come up with millions of new particles. And the way these not this here, I'm just pointing at this because this is next. This is my next finding out now that this is all bullshit as well. It doesn't even work this way. The system don't even work this way. But yet everybody and their brother, billions of people think we're living on a ball and that this periodic table means something. It means nothing. It's a distraction. It's done in a way to distract. This is going to be the new periodic table. This is going to be the real one. It's going to look just like this. Smaller triangles, though, because I found a lot more minerals that are going to be going into this. All with magnetic ability. Even if they're reverse polarity, then they're going to go on this list. But again, I'm going to start in what we call the middle, because this triangle will be able to be flipped around. This square triangle right here, you see if we turn it this way, it's square. Right, see all the squares? See the square pixels in the computer when I show it? Squares, garbage, human construct. Everything should be triangular. So this diamond can be flipped upside down and still be the same. This can't. This cannot be flipped upside down and still be the same. This can't go sideways, left, right, backwards, forward, and still be the same in every direction. It's human construct. It's garbage. This, the system, shows us this. And this, once it's done, can be flipped in every fucking direction. And when it does, it will always be the same. It will always, there's no gravity and let's say buoyancy and density and pushing things up. Let's say, for example, neon or other things we know as noble gases that are being pushed. Sure, you can call them noble gases if you want to, and we can find the noble gases on there, and they're going to rise what we call up, but that's not the system. That's human construct. This is the system. The system doesn't see up, down, left, right, backward, forward. It does not understand that. It doesn't want it. Doesn't need it. It's unnecessary. So this is all being redone. In the standard model, particle standard model, same thing. Particle standard model, when I get back to that, because I'm going back to that now too, now that I found out everything else I've just learned in the last few weeks. Particle standard model is easy to tear down. It's all garbage. Okay, particle standard model. It's here, but then you can't see it. And then all of a sudden it's over here, and then you can't see it. But we're going to put a name on it. We're going to call it jellyfish particle. And then we're going to call it the neurological particle and the cat scratch particle. And they make up the most ridiculous fucking names. They have to. They've got millions of these fucking things. They got millions of them they're trying to put names on. It's unnecessary. It's all distraction. It's a distraction. They're bringing you down infinite holes when there's no such thing as infinity. Okay? They're making you do math with zeros when there's no such thing as zeros. There's no such thing as zero. It's human construct. There is no zero in nature. There's no nothing of anything in nature. There's something, and then there's things, yeah, but there's no nothing. I know, I've looked. So, this video's gone on too long. It's already at 37 minutes. Sorry, I'm just fucking babbling. I'll be back.